Good morning, students. Welcome to Max class. Today we are going to see chapter 4 Combinatorics and Mathematical Induction. So, chapter 3 is your trigonometry that we can see it later. So, take your chapter 4 Combinatorics and Mathematical Induction. Okay, so first we can see what is combinatorics. So, combinatorics is a branch of mathematics which is related to counting. That's all. Combinatorics means counting. Counting the object, that's all. So, this is your combinatorics. So, counting the object, we are taking that as combinatorics. So, what is the need of counting the object? That we can see it later. So, this deals with arrangements of objects. So, counting means how to arrange the object and how can we counting, how many number of ways are there. So, like that, we can get the answer. So combinatorics means just counting. So this deals with objects, that is arrangement of objects. Now, so what are all the things we are going to study in this chapter is fundamental principles of counting. So after completing this chapter, using this principle of counting, we can face many practical applications. Okay, so we come to know how to compute the number of ways in arranging a set of distinct objects. So many objects is there. So how many ways we can arrange these objects? All those things we are going to study in this combinatorics. So first topic what we are going to see is fundamental principles of counting. That is, what are the principles for counting? So first one is sum rule. So what is that sum rule is? Let us consider two tasks which need to be completed. So we are taking two tasks. Okay. If the first task can be completed in m different ways and the second in n different ways. So two tasks we are taking, that is m and n we are taking. So we are going to complete the first task m in different way and second task in n different ways. Okay, and if these cannot be performed simultaneously, so definite both tasks you can't do it at the same time. That is what, if these cannot be performed simultaneously, then there are m plus n ways of doing either task. So rendu task mean simultaneous we can't do. That is definite you have to complete m first, then only you have to go for n. இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா you have to use your sum rule. So simply if you want to say the sum rule means m different ways, n different ways. ரெண்டுமே m and n will be different. If m and n are different, then you can use sum. M plus n, that's all. Ways of doing either task. So this is the sum rule of counting. So see, I'll explain you with an example. Take your example 4.1. Suppose one girl or one boy has to be selected for a competition from a class comprising 17 boys and 29 girls. In how many different ways can this selection be made? So arrangement of objects or counting, this is all comes under fundamental principle of counting. Correct? Now what is the question given? In a class 17 boys are there and 29 girls are there. Correct? 17 boys and 29 girls. Out of these boys and girls, we are going to select one girl or one boy. One girl or one boy. So totally how many people only we are choosing? Only one people da. Either one girl or one boy. So how can we choose from this 17 boys and 29 girls? Okay. Now look at here. Boys different way. girls different way, we can't combine this two, correct? Boy girl நம்ம combine பண்ண முடியாது. So if we cannot combine, then definitely this will be your sum rule. Okay, because boys இங்க இருக்கிற ஒரு boy இங்க girl கிட்ட போட முடியாது, or we can't take one girl to this boy. Okay, so solution, look at here. The first task of selecting a girl can be done in 29 verse. So only one girl we have to choose, right? So 29 girls are there. So we can choose all the 29. That is, first girl we can choose, or second girl we can choose, third girl we choose. Similarly, up to 29th girl also we can choose, correct? So we can done in 29 ways. 29 ways na first girl choose பண்றது, second girl choose பண்றது, third girl choose பண்றது, or கடைசியா 29th girl choose பண்றது. ஓகேவா? Similarly 17 boys are there. அப்போ how many ways we can choose? Definitely 17 ways, correct? So the second task of selecting a boy can be done in 17 ways. It follows from the sum rule that there are 17 boys and 29 girls. Total how many number? 46. So 46 ways of making the selection. So 46 ways la we can choose either one boy or one girl. Now go to the next one, product rule. So what does mean by product rule? Let us suppose that a task comprises of two procedure. Again, this is also two procedure. Okay. First procedure can be completed in m different ways, and the second procedure can be done in n different ways. After the first procedure is done, then the total number of ways of completing the task is m cross n. So here what is given is, again two tasks are given. So m and n. Similarly, m also in different ways, n also in different ways. But after completing the first procedure only, we can do the second task. That is, after completing the first task, we can do the second task. So if it is like that, then we can use this product rule. So your product rule will be m cross n. So your product rule will be m cross n. I'll explain you with an example. Consider the three cities, Chennai, Tiruchi and Tirunelveli. So what are the three cities? Chennai, Tiruchi and Tirunelveli. Okay. So in order to reach Tirunelveli from Chennai, so we have to go Chennai to Tirunelveli. Okay. So there are two roads connecting Chennai to Tiruchi and 3 roads connecting Tiruchi to Tirunelveli. Okay, so actually we have to go Chennai to Tirunelveli and via Tiruchi. So Chennai to Tiruchi 2 roads, Tiruchi to Tirunelveli 3 roads are there, correct? Okay, now look at here. Chennai we can go from road 1 or road 2, and from Tiruchi to Tirunelveli we can go to S1 or S2 or S3, right? So different tasks, and after completing the first task only, you can do the second task. That is, நீங்க Chennai to Tiruchi வந்தாதான் you can use this 3 roads, right? So after completing the first task, if you go for the second task, that is your product rule. So what is your product rule formula? M cross n. So m cross n means Chennai to Tiruchi 2 ways, Trichy to Tirunelveli 3 ways. So thus there are 2 into 3, which is equal to 6 ways of traveling from Chennai to Tirunelveli. Is that right? So the only thing what you have to keep it in your mind is sum rule. Now it cannot be performed simultaneously, and you can choose m different ways and n different ways. And in your product rule, after completing the first task, then only you can go for the second task. So sum rule is m plus n, and product of the rule is m cross n. And next is your inclusion exclusion principle. Okay, so what is that inclusion exclusion principle is? Again we are taking two tasks simultaneously. Okay, so that n of a and n of b represent number of ways, that is how many ways we can perform the task. So n of a and n of b, and n of a intersection b. What is this n of a intersection b means? Number of ways of performing two tasks a and b simultaneously. Okay, so here we can't use the sum rule. Sum rule na enna? We have to use the, you can't use it simultaneously. So we can't use the sum rule to count the number of ways of performing one of the task. So to obtain the correct number of ways, we can use the formula, principle of inclusion exclusion, and that formula is n of a union b equal to n of a plus n of b minus n of a intersection b. Next is your pigeonhole principle. So what is that pigeonhole principle? Suppose a flock of pigeon means many pigeons, fly into a set of pigeonholes. So many pigeonholes are there and many of the pigeons are going into the set of pigeonholes. Okay. If there are more pigeons, than pigeonhole, so pigeons are more but pigeonholes are less. Okay, wow. So if in this case there must be at least one pigeonhole with at least two pigeons in it, correct? So pigeons நிறையா இருக்கு, pigeonhole கம்மியா இருக்கு. So maybe ஒரு pigeonhole ரெண்டு pigeons இருக்கலாம். Right? So this is what pigeonhole principle. What is that is? If k plus 1 or more objects are placed in k boxes. K boxes தான் இருக்கு, but how many objects are there? K plus 1 or more objects is there. So இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா what we can do? Then there at least one box containing two or more of the object, correct? So boxes கம்மியா இருந்து objects நிறையா இருந்தா maybe ஒரு boxக்குள்ள at least more than one object we have to keep, right? Okay, I'll give you example. In a group of 27 English words, there must be at least two words which begin with the same letter, because நம்மளுக்கு டோட்டலாக 26 letters தான் இருக்கு alphabetically, but here we have to take 27 English words. So maybe ஒரே லெட்டர் இன்னொரு தடவை ரிப்பீட் ஆயிருக்கும். That's why we got 27. So this is what your pigeonhole principle. Next we are going to see factorial. So this is, I think you are learning at first time. So what is mean by factorial is, factorial of a natural number n is the product of the first n natural numbers. It is product of the first n natural numbers. It is denoted by n factorial. This is a symbol. This symbol is called a factorial. Okay, n factorial. So n factorial, now what is the meaning? Product of first n natural numbers. So product na multiplication, that is 1 into 2 into 3 etc. up to எங்க என்ன number கொடுத்திருக்காங்களோ that number will come finally. So this is your factorial, product of first n natural numbers. Okay, so I'll give you an example. What is 5 factorial answer? So 5 factorial means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, which is equal to, if you multiply all those things, you will get answer as 120. So what is mean by 2 factorial? 1 into 2, which is equal to 2. Okay, so this one is your factorial. Factorial means product of first n natural numbers, right? Okay, so here is your hint. Okay, so n plus 1 factorial, this n plus 1 factorial can be taken as n plus 1 into n factorial. I'll explain with you an example. Suppose 6 factorial is there. So in the 6 factorial, how you can write it is 6 into that number into previous factorial. Now look at here. What is mean by 6 factorial? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. Okay, now look at this one. What is mean by 5 factorial? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. So is that both are equal? Yes. So in general form, n plus 1 factorial equal to அந்த நம்பர் எடுத்துட்டு previous factorial. So n plus 1 into n factorial. And the next one, 0 factorial answer is 1. So what is 0 factorial? Answer is 1. Okay, so using this counting and factorial, we are going to do the first exercise and see this one. Sum rule na or will come. Product rule na we have to use and. Okay, so sum rule na we have to use or. Product rule na we have to use and. Shall we get into the exercise? Exercise 4.1, first problem. A person went to a restaurant for dinner. In the menu card, the person saw 10 Indian and 7 Chinese food items. In how many ways the person can select either an Indian or a Chinese food? So a person went to a restaurant and this menu card, what he saw, 10 Indian foods and 7 Chinese food. And the question is, in how many ways the person can select either an Indian or a Chinese food. So இங்க என்ன hint நம்மளுக்கு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? Or. So if or is there, what rule we have to use? Yes, addition rule. Okay, so the first problem, what is given? The person can select 10 Indian food in 10 ways, correct? So 10 Indian food he can select in 10 ways and 7 Chinese food in 7 ways. Okay, therefore by fundamental principle of addition, we are using addition, right? So therefore by fundamental principle of addition, number of ways of selecting food is 10 plus 7, which is equal to 17 ways. This is your answer. Second question. There are 3 types of car and 2 types of train. So how many types of car is there? 3 types of car and 2 types of toy train are available in a shop. Find the number of ways a baby can buy a toy train and a toy car. So here the word and is given. So and now we have to use product rule, correct? Now look at here. Number of ways of buying a toy car from 3 types of car is 3 ways, because 3 types of car is there. So now 3 types we can choose. Okay, next. Number of ways of buying a toy train from 2 types of train is 2. Therefore, by fundamental principle of multiplication, number of ways of selecting toy is 3 types of car, 2 types of train. So it's 3 into 2, which is equal to 6 ways. Third question. How many 2-digit numbers can be formed using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without repeating digits? So what is given here is 5 numbers are given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to form 2-digit number. So 2-digit number na this one. Okay, 2-digit number. So this may be tens. This is ones. Correct? A 2-digit number. Okay, so we want to find we want to make 2-digit number, and what is condition is given? without repetition of digit. Suppose இங்க நீங்க 5 போட்டீங்கன்னா இங்கேயும் 5 போடக்கூடாது. That is what? Without repetition of digit. Okay. Now, what are the numbers given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Now, 5 numbers are given. So, 1th place la, how many numbers we can put? We can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the numbers we can write. Okay? So, there are 5 ways to fill the 1th place. Is that okay? Now, 1th place la, we have 5 ways. Now, one number will go off. Any number. Okay, so if any number will go off, now 10th place la fill panna, how many ways are there? Only 4 ways, because already we did one number here. Okay, so one number போயிடுச்சுனா திரும்ப suppose நம்ம இங்க 1 போட்டுட்டோம் அப்படின்னா how many ways are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 ways are there. So here we can write 4 ways. So how can we write this one? The ones place can be filled. Can be filled in 5 ways. This is not number, this is way. 5 ways. Using 5 ways, what are the numbers? Using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10th place can be filled up in 4 ways. Correct? So your final answer will be, so number of 2-digit numbers using 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 4 into 5, which is equal to 20 ways. Now your 4th subdivision. 3 persons enter into a conference hall in which there are 10 seats. So how many people are entering? 3 people are entering. How many seats are there? 10 seats are there. So in how many ways they can take their seats? So they, in how many ways they can take their seats? Okay, so your solution, we can directly go to the solution. So first one, number of ways of getting a seat for first person. For first person is, okay, so first person there, he is entering. Totally how many seats are there? 10 seats are there. So in the seat la venalum he can sit. Correct? So 10 ways la he can sit. Okay, now number of ways of getting a seat for second person. So second person he is entering. Now and the second person enter ஆகும்போது எவ்வளோ seats remaining இருக்கும்? Totally 9 seats will be remaining, because 10th seat la one person will occupy. So totally 9 seats remaining இருக்கும். The 9 seats la wherever he want he can sit, right? So he can choose in 9 ways. Similarly, now tell me, last person, how many ways he will get chance? Yes, 8. Get a seat for third person is 8. Correct? Okay, therefore by fundamental principle of multiplication, fundamental principle of multiplication, number of ways of getting seats for 3 person is 10 into 9 into 8. So 10 into 9, 90. 90 into 8 is 720. So 720 ways they can occupy the place. Is that right? Now, second problem, first subdivision. A mobile phone has a passcode of 6 distinct digit. So mobile phone la ஒரு password இருக்கு. அந்த passwordல எவ்வளோ digits இருக்கு? 6 digits போட்டாதான் you can retry the password. Okay. what is the maximum number of attempt one makes to retrieve the passcode? So how can we retrieve the passcode? Okay, so how many ways, it is not how many ways we can retrieve the password is the question. Okay, now so since the password has 6 distinct digit, first digit can be tried in 10 ways. Okay, so now take look here. We are having 6 digits, 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 digit record. Now we can if you take the first number, in the first number we can take it in 10 ways. Around 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, whatever number you want, you can put here. Okay, wow. Now second digit, when you go for second digit, remaining will be, suppose the manga 0 போட்டுருந்தோம்னா remaining will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, only 9 ways are there. Similarly third போனீங்கன்னா இது ரெண்டும் போயிடுச்சுன்னா 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ways only there. Okay, so first digit can be tried in 10 ways using these numbers. Similarly, this is the symbol is your similarly second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth digit can also be tried in 9 ways, 8 ways, 7 ways, 6 ways, 5 ways respectively. Okay, therefore your answer, maximum number of attempt. So maximum how many times we can attempt to retrieve the password is, to retrieve the passcode is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. If you multiply all those things, you will get 1,51,200 ways. So how many ways we can retrieve the password? 1,51,200 ways. That is your final answer. And your second subdivision, given 4 flags of different colors, how many different signals can be generated if each signal requires to use of 3 flags, one below the other? So question here given is 4 flags of different colors are given. We have to make a different signal. So each signal requires to use of 3 flags. So here if you see this diagram, 3 signals are there. So we can use one flag here, one flag here, one flag here. So totally 3 flags we have to use here. But how many flags are there? 4 flags are given. So out of that 4 flags, how many flags we have to use? 3 flags we have to use. Okay, now see the solution. The total number of signals is equal to the number of ways of filling 3 places in succession by 4 flags of different colors. So first, how many flags are there? 4 flags are there. So here we can use all the 4 colors, correct? So the upper place can be filled in 4 ways. So here the upper flag, how many ways we can use? We can use all the 4 colors. So 4 ways. Okay, out of 4 colors, we chosen 1 flag. So how many color flags will be remaining? 3 flags will be remaining. So we can choose the next place only 3 ways. So if I take the another flag here, only 2 flags remaining. That 2 flags we can take over here, correct? So the upper place can be filled in 4 ways, next place in 3 ways, next place in 2 ways. Hence, by fundamental principle of multiplication, the required number of signals 4 into 3 into 2. So 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. This is your final answer. Now, take your fifth question. And the question is, how many 3-digit numbers are there with 3 in the unit place? With repetition, without repetition. So here what question is given is, we want to form a 3-digit number. Okay, so 3-digit number na. Okay, 3-digit number, and 3 in the unit place. So here one number 3 is there in the unit place. This is your unit place, 10th place, 100th place, correct? Okay, now what is the question? With repetition, without repetition. So two subdivisions are there. First one is with repetition and without repetition. Okay, with repetition, again we can take a box. Okay, here with repetition, what is mean by repetition? The number can be repeated. Okay, so unit place la how many number is there? Only one number, and the one number that we have to use. So only one way. So unit place la there is only one way that we have to use the number 3. Okay, now we can go for the 10th place. So 10th place la what are the numbers we can use? Okay, so 10th place la what are the number? 10th place. 10th place la what are the digit we can use? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? We can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ways we can fill the 10th place. So this will be 10 ways. Now 100th place. 100th place. So 100th place la can we put 0 here? No. If we put 0, then this will become 2-digit number. So definite as 0 we can't use. Correct? So what are the number we can use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So totally 9 ways we can fill the 100th place. Correct? So this is what your answer. Therefore, by fundamental principle of multiplication, total number of 3-digit numbers equal to, so here 9 ways, 10 ways, 1 ways, which is equal to 90 is your final answer. Next subdivision, without repetition. What does mean by without repetition? We should not use the number which is repeating here. Okay, now what is unit place la only 3 we have to fill, so only one way. Correct? So the unit place can be filled in only one way, using digit 3. Okay, now we can go to the 100th place, because 100th place we can't use 0, right? And without repetition means repeated on a value thirumba varakudadu. So we can go to the 100th place. Okay, so the 100th place can be filled in 8 ways, using the digit what are the number we can use here? 1, 2, 3 we can't use. Correct? Because already we have used 3 here. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? We can't use 3 and we can't use 0 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So totally 8 ways we can fill in the 100th place. Next, since repetition is not allowed, because the subdivision is like that, right? So since repetition is not allowed and tens place can be filled in 8 ways, using the digit using the digit 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. இதில் 3 வந்து இங்கே யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். 3 இல்லாமல் one more number also we have to use in the 100th place. So suppose நம்ம 9 use பண்ணோம்னா the remaining will be how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So totally this also it will be filled by 8 ways. So how we got 8 here? 9th place at 10 unit place la 3 will be filled. 100th place la any one digit will be filled. So 0 to 9 la 3 போயிடும், one more number will also go. So the remaining will be 8 ways. So we can fill up that by 8 ways. Therefore, by fundamental principle of multiplication, total number of 3-digit numbers equal to 3-digit number is 8 into 1, which is equal to 64 is your final answer. That's all today's session, and your homework is exercise 4.1, first problem 5th subdivision, third problem and fourth problem. Thank you, students.